Most people will never be wealthy. Most people have sold the one opportunity that would have helped them create wealth. And that's because they are buying new build properties. So in this video, I'm going to demonstrate why you should never buy a new build property and how you are actively stealing from your future self by buying a new build property. So let's talk about this. New builds are typically a developer's dream. They get to build them in bulk. They get to maximize their margins and their revenues. And some developers are generating billions of pounds every single year. It's a business. It's not designed to benefit you, even though it's packaged as if it's a solution for first-time buyers and people trying to get on the property ladder. The reality is the complete opposite. So we've got to understand that if a developer is trying to make money, then they have to find ways to make money, which means often cheaper materials, but more importantly, selling the shiny product. Anything that's shiny is typically much more expensive. Doesn't mean it's worth what you're paying, but it's often much more expensive. Most new builds in the country are 15 to 25% overpriced. And how does that mean wealth is being stolen from you? Let me explain this. When a new build comes on the market, it's typically, let's call it 20% overpriced. When an older property is on the market, we deem that as the average price in the area. That's the benchmark. So if an older property is on the market for £200,000 and the new build, which is 20% more than the older property, is on the market for £240,000. If the property values in that area go up by 20%, you would assume that your new build goes up by 20% and the old property would go up by 20% as well, but that's incorrect. Just before I answer it, in the comment section below, let me know what you think the new build will be worth and let me know what you think the old build would be worth. And in the meantime, guys, if you get any value from my video, make sure you like, comment and subscribe as we talk more about property ownership, property investing, and ways to create wealth. Let's get back into it. If you said the new build would be worth £288,000, you would be wrong. But if you said the new build would be worth £240,000, you would be correct. Well, how does that make sense? If the area has increased by 20%, problem is this was already overpriced. This was really worth £200,000, but you paid £240,000 for it because new builds are typically 20% overpriced. This is the difference where wealth can be created by person A and where wealth is lost by person B, the new build owner. If person A and their older property's value go up by £40,000, which is 20% on the 200,000, that person now has the opportunity, should they want to, of course, to remortgage the property and take out some of that money and use that to go and buy additional assets, or use that money to start a business, to invest in the stock market, or if their dream is to buy another property. But person B with the new build has overpaid for this property. The values are stagnant, and take into consideration that this 20% increase doesn't happen overnight. That could have been over a 3, 4, 5 year period. So for person B to see any real growth or any capital return, it's going to take them significantly longer than it will take somebody who has an older property. This is how people are losing wealth, but also not creating wealth. You will often find that new builds tend to go down in value because, just like everything shiny, once it's been used, once the label of new has been removed, it's now worth less. Second hand always beats shiny. I'd love to know your thoughts in the comment section. If you've bought a new build and you've seen some growth, let me know in the comment section. If you've bought a new build and you're struggling to see any growth, let me know in the comment section. Hey guys, if you get any value from this video, like, comment and subscribe.